Picture this breathtaking scene from a remote Himalayan village at 14,000 feet elevation. A 72-year-old Sherpa grandmother carries a 40-pound load of supplies up a steep mountain trail. No oxygen tank, no pausing for breath every few steps, just smooth, rhythmic movement that would leave Western mountaineers gasping for air. In fact, in Western countries, people in their 50s get winded walking up 3 flights of stairs. So, what's the Sherpa's secret? Well, researchers at the University of Cambridge discovered something remarkable about Sherpa physiology. They found that Sherpas demonstrate enhanced efficiency of oxygen utilization at altitude, a metabolic advantage lowlanders do not have. A paper in Science found that Nepalese porters could carry up to 20% of their body weight using no more energy than walking without any load, what researchers called carrying the load for free. Even more remarkable, studies in the Proceedings of the Royal Society showed that Nepalese porters can carry loads up to 90% of their body weight with dramatically lower metabolic cost than Western climbers. But here's what really got the scientific community's attention. This is not just about young guides. When researchers from University College London studied elderly Sherpa populations, they found older Sherpas remained apparently healthy, economically productive, and physically active, well into advanced age. Not something we typically see in Western aging patterns. These mountain dwellers weren't taking performance supplements. They weren't doing altitude training chambers. They weren't even following modern exercise science. No gym, no complicated protocols. Instead, they were engaging in movement patterns and traditional practices woven into daily life. So, how do we translate the Sherpa's movement secrets into our lives? For those of us not living in the high mountains, the Sherpa's daily movements hold clues, not mystical secrets, but science-backed habits that protect strength, balance, and mobility as we age. This program will explore 5 movements inspired by Sherpa life, each helping to build power, coordination, and stability in adults over 60. Before we begin, tell us in the comments now your age and where you're watching us from. We're reading every single comment, so drop your comments below. Now let's get started. You won't need mountains, just your body, a little space, and the willingness to move. In Sherpa communities, daily life means climbing, from one terraced field to the next, from village to village. That constant ascent is nature's perfect workout for legs, hip flexors, calves, and ankle stability. Modern science backs this. Incline walking and step-up movements engage the glutes, quadriceps, and calves far more intensely than level walking. And here's what the research shows. A clinical trial published in the Medical Journal of Cairo University found that 8 weeks of training on an incline treadmill improved posture balance in adults aged 60 to 70 by about 31%. That means incline-style training doesn't just strengthen the muscles, it significantly improves balance control. If you don't have hills near you or prefer to train at home, you can recreate some of the aspects of climbing with a variation called the Sherpa Step. Stand in front of a low stair or sturdy platform. Step onto it with one foot. As your front foot presses down, lift your opposite knee high, as if climbing up onto a rock. Hold for a second at the top, keeping your spine tall and your gaze forward, before stepping back down with control. Start with 30 seconds per side. Then rest. As your strength builds, aim for 1-minute rounds. This variation, the high knee step-up, trains not only the major leg muscles, but also the smaller stabilizers in the hips and ankles that protect you from falls. If your balance feels uncertain at first, use a wall or railing for support. Safety and control matter more than speed. For the Sherpas, every climb is simply part of daily life. For us, it can be a deliberate practice, one that keeps every step strong and sure. Mountain paths rarely run straight. Each step is uneven, forcing balance, coordination, strength, and control from every direction. That same control is what keeps us stable as we age. When leg strength and coordination decline, everyday movements, like stepping off a curb, become moments of risk. Resistance programs that include lunge-type movements have been shown to increase lower body strength by about 18% in older adults. And focused lunge training, similar to this movement, have been proven to significantly improve static and dynamic balance after just 8 weeks. The mountain lunge trains your body to stabilize through the hips, knees, and core. To try the mountain lunge, start from a standing position. Step 1 foot forward and slowly lower your body until both knees are bent at about 90 degrees. Your front knee stays directly above your ankle. Your torso remains tall. Then, push through the front heel to return to standing. Start with 8 to 10 lunges per leg, resting as needed. You can hold light weights at your sides or perform the lunge unweighted for control. If your balance feels a little uncertain, place one hand on a wall or on a counter for support. The Sherpas climb with patience and precision. Every step is placed with purpose, a lesson in control we can all practice. Before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, click subscribe and hit that like button so more people can discover these traditional wellness practices backed by real science, and please subscribe as well. We've got more evidence-based health wisdom videos coming every week, and you don't want to miss the next one. On mountain trails, every turn requires rotation, not from the neck, but from the hips, core, and spine working together. The trail twist develops that kind of rotational control, preserving mobility and balance through the midsection. Stand tall, feet about shoulder width apart. Hold a broomstick, cane, towel, or resistance band at chest height. Rotate slowly to the right, keeping your hips stable, then return to center. Then rotate left. Imagine turning to speak with someone behind you, or reaching for something in the back seat of your car. Move as far as you comfortably can. Your goal is smooth, fluid control, not range for the sake of range. This movement strengthens your obliques, the diagonal core muscles that create controlled rotation, and trains the small stabilizers that maintain upright posture and reduce low back strain. According to a 2018 study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging, rotational thoracopelvic movement training significantly improved gait and balance in older adults at risk for falling. And this matters because cross-body coordination naturally declines after age 50. Perform 10 controlled twists to each side. As your comfort grows, try shifting your weight slightly from foot to foot, mimicking the micro-adjustments Sherpas make with every step. Mobility isn't just about flexibility, it's about freedom. And when your body can rotate, your balance follows. Climbing strengthens, but descending teaches control. Sherpas spend as much time moving downhill as they do up, mastering the art of deceleration. For older adults, downhill motion trains eccentric strength, the ability of muscles to control movement as they lengthen. Loss of eccentric strength is one of the first indicators of age-related decline, but it's also one of the easiest to rebuild. To practice the downhill step, stand on a low step or sturdy surface. Shift your weight onto one foot and very slowly lower your opposite foot to the ground, without dropping suddenly. Touch down lightly, then return to standing. The goal is not to shift your weight onto the lower foot, but just to touch lightly, in a controlled movement. Perform 8 to 10 reps per side, resting between rounds. This movement targets your quadriceps, glutes, and stabilizing muscles, the same ones Sherpas rely on to move confidently down uneven trails. According to a 2022 study published in Gait and Posture, 8 weeks of eccentric knee extensor training improved stair descent performance and functional mobility by over 30% in adults over 60. Strength isn't just the power to move upward, it's the grace to move downward, with balance, control, and confidence. Our last Sherpa movement secret is one that is familiar to children, but one that most Western adults rarely use. The movement seems simple, but it creates the foundation for amazing hip mobility and lower body integration. The deep squat is how Sherpa and Himalayan peoples naturally rest throughout the day. In the full version of the resting squat, you descend into a squat with your feet flat on the ground, heels down, and your spine upright. But here's the reality. If you haven't squatted in years or decades, you probably can't do this yet, and that's completely normal. A deep squat demands far more hip mobility than most Western sitting positions ever require. In 2021, researchers using 3D motion analysis found that the Asian deep squat position typically requires about 99.7 degrees of hip flexion, far beyond what most chair-bound Western lifestyles ever train. But here is what really matters. Anthropologists have observed that populations who continue to squat throughout daily life maintain this mobility into older age, while sedentary chair-based populations typically lose it by midlife. The good news? You can rebuild this capacity at any age with the right progression. If you haven't squatted in years, start like this. Stage 1. Stand facing a sturdy counter, table edge, or railing you can hold on to. Hold on with both hands. Slowly lower yourself down as far as comfortable, as if you were sitting down on a chair, maybe only 6 to 12 inches at first. Your heels should stay on the ground. Hold for 5 seconds, then use your hands to help pull yourself back up. Do this 5 times, twice daily. Each day, try to go a little deeper. Stage 2. As you get more comfortable, lower yourself all the way down into a squat position. Your bottom doesn't need to touch your heels. Go only as deep as comfortable. Use your hands for as much support as you need. Hold for 10 seconds at first. Use your arms to help yourself back up. Do this 3 times, once or twice daily. Stage 3. Once you're able to touch your heels with your bottom, you may find it hard to make your heels stay flat on the ground when you squat. It's okay to place a folded towel, thin book, or yoga block under your heels. This is not cheating. It's working with your current ankle mobility. Squat down with heel support, holding onto something for balance if needed. Increase your time in the squatting position to 30 seconds, then to 60 seconds. Stage 4. Once you can comfortably hold the supported version for 60 seconds, try releasing your hands for a few seconds at a time. Eventually, you'll be able to squat without holding on and without heel support. But this may take weeks or months, and that's perfectly fine. The anthropological evidence is clear. Humans squatted for thousands of years before chairs existed. Every infant naturally moves into a perfect deep squat. But years of chair sitting causes most adults to lose this fundamental movement pattern. You're not too old to relearn it. You just need patience and progression. Your nervous system needs time to recognize this position as safe. This is why forcing it never works. Your body has to rediscover the movement pattern through consistent, gentle practice. Sherpa children grow up moving in and out of this position dozens of times daily. You're relearning what your body once knew, but you're doing it as an adult. So give yourself time. Even if you never progress past the chair squat or supported squat, you're still gaining tremendous benefit. Any squatting movement rebuilds leg strength, hip mobility, and functional capacity. Meet yourself where you are today, and trust that consistent practice creates progress. Living stronger, longer. The Sherpas don't train for strength and balance. They live it. Every step, every lift, every climb is a quiet lesson in longevity. Their secret isn't found in genetics or altitude alone. It's in how they move, daily, intentionally, and with respect for balance between power and control. We can borrow that wisdom. Start with the 5 Sherpa movements. Practicing them will only take a few minutes each day. The research proves that aging doesn't have to mean weakness and limitation. Studies published in top scientific journals, Science Nature, PNAS, Proceedings of the Royal Society, document that human bodies can maintain remarkable functional capacity when given appropriate movement patterns. And the best thing? Your body already knows these patterns. You're just reawakening them. Start today with whichever practice feels most accessible. Your body has an amazing ability to adapt at any age. Those porters carrying massive loads weren't born with superhuman abilities. They developed efficiency through consistent practice. Research shows that significant cardiovascular and musculoskeletal adaptation can occur within months when you practice regularly. In 8 weeks, you'll move with improved stability and confidence. In 4 months, you'll have restored functional capacities you may have thought were permanently lost. The only requirement is consistency, showing up and practicing these fundamental human movement patterns. The research is real, the adaptations are measurable, and the practices are within your reach right now. Now we want to hear from you. What's the one physical activity that's become harder for you over the years? Is it walking uphill without getting winded, carrying groceries, or maybe something as simple as getting up from the floor? Which of these evidence-based practices are you excited to try? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching.